What is going on, Real World Alliance? Just catching up on some videos and stuff like that from the weekend here. Keith, with what you said, breakfast is certainly fine for Real World. What I had the idea for Real World Con is that you guys would like I said, everyone kind of has different sleep schedules, different, you know, when they're up, when they like to eat, that kind of thing. So the idea was always, and maybe I didn't kind of relay this well enough, was you do you for like if you're a lunch person or anything like that, if you want breakfast or anything like that, I'd try to have some stuff around. But like if you want something specific, like you want, like I said, I always have like bacon and eggs and like sausage and stuff like that on hand, and I've got like a big bin of pancake batter. So like anything like that, that's always there. Like if you guys want to make that and everything, like for me personally, like, and this is, I don't want to be like sound like a terrible host or anything like that, is like I tend to get nauseous if I eat like early in the morning or anything like that, like whether it's just toast or fruit or anything like that. Like I'm not a breakfast person, and it doesn't sit well with me. But don't let that ever stop you from wanting breakfast or anything like that. You want to do some pancakes, man, you do some pancakes. I'll even sit down there and watch you guys enjoy some pancakes. I mean, I can sometimes, but usually that's kind of the case. Like anything much before like 10 or 11 a.m., I'm like, ooh, that's not looking so good. But yeah, like I said, like anything you guys want to do like that, that's certainly doable. Like I just the way I had originally envisioned it was, I'll put together like some big dinners, like some kind of over the top kind of things, like let's do steak and seafood, let's do like ribs and like a big barbecue thing, stuff like that. Like, and then like throughout the day, if you guys wanted something light for lunch or something like that, like you would kind of, I figure we're kind of all adults here and stuff like that, so I figured if any if anyone wanted something, or like they wanted to have some lunch or something like that, they could either have some leftovers, or if they had something in mind. That was kind of why I always kind of try to toss out this list. I was talking to Sean about this a bit, and I had specifically said to him, I was like, I don't think a lot of people take advantage of the when I kind of put out like the Real World Con menu, and then anything else you might want, like that's what I was trying to say to him. Is like when we make that trip to Giant and everything like that, it's like we pay a lot more for vegetables and stuff. I was like, you give me what you want ahead of time, and I can get it cheaper and make sure that we have it, and like it's not no last minute thing or anything like that. But like there's always, like we always do that shopping trip, and I was like, I get produce down this place called Belleville, and it's like Amish country, and they have really good fresh produce. It's a lot cheaper than what you're gonna buy like at your regular grocery store or anything like that. That's what I was trying to. We were talking about that the other night. Uh, like I said, basically, basically along those lines of, if there's something you want, if there's something, like if there's something you want to side with dinner or something like that, you let me know. And then like the same way, like if you guys want to do breakfast or lunch or anything, uh, that's what Sean and I were talking about. Is like if we can expand Real World Con to like 5, 6, 7 days or whatever. And like I said, I understand if everyone won't be able to make it for the full amount. That's that's okay. I know like everyone has their own struggle as far as whether it's the time off or the money to get there in the first place or anything like that. There's all kinds of stuff that can go into it. But yeah, like I said, sorry about that, Keith. Like like I said, that was probably a failure of communication on my part. Like, as like the big thing with like the dinners, like the idea I had kind of behind with was like I would take some time out like from myself, like for like any kind of real world and everything like that, and make sure to cook something good for you guys, and then like I said, like anything else that you guys want, like the other 2 meals of the day. Like I'm a 2 meal a day person. Like that's I have you know 2 meals and like some light snacks here and there, and that's usually about all I have. But like if you're one of those people on the schedule for 3 meals a day, like I'm sure like real world might be even a little more like famine than feast. Whereas like for me, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so much food. What are we doing here? But yeah, like I said, definitely feel free to take any kind of initiative you want with that. And like I said, whenever I put out the menu and everything, like definitely take advantage of stuff that you might want, stuff that you might be able to want to make. Like I said, pancakes. I can do pancakes easy. I make some fresh ground sausage. You like sausage and pancakes? Who doesn't like that? Things along those lines. I rambled enough on that. get at me whenever we put out the real world menu. I think we have like some dates kind of set up, but like we're kind of a ways off, so we'll tackle that bridge a little bit later. Karee, man, I feel you on that. I think all of us probably at some point have been in that rat race. Some of us have gotten out of it. Some of us have gotten really lucky and managed to get themselves out of it in a way. But man, here's hoping things kind of smooth out a little bit for you, like I said, the family drama, and not even drama, but like family stuff. Whether you're housing them and getting, man, that sleep stuff. Like I feel you in that. Like whenever I'm having trouble sleeping and everything, it's an unpleasant experience to be around me, to say the least. So I need my solid 7 hours of sleep. So that's like what I know, like Sean with the new baby and everything. I was like, I can't imagine that he's pulling in the sleep as well a lot of days. So, my heart goes out to you on that one. Like I said, hopefully, I think I know what Tamir was saying. Like, let's keep that content going. It's like, let's keep the enthusiasm for that content going. You put in. I think that's kind of the idea of real world is you put it. You put in what you can put in, and if it if it makes your day a little bit better, getting to see a real world video or something like that, that's awesome. That's what it's there for. And yeah, I don't think anyone begrudges you for anything like that. But here's hoping it smooths out a bit. Nothing really on my end. I got a couple ideas for some videos I'm gonna put out here. Keith, like I said, I'd love to hear about some of your characters from. I want to say he said about because Tamir was the one that was saying about how he had all those characters. I think was it Karee's game and I'm sorry, Ravialis and Generation, or like whatever. I forget what Karee's old game is. Yeah, put out like let us know a little bit about some of those old characters you had. Just like I said, because I'm always curious. Like I've gone on about like Zeratul and Atticus a bit here and there, but yeah, like you don't have to go crazy or anything like that. Just like what you made, what races you've tried out, like what powers you've tried out. Like, is there anything from the store? Like, we're all about that real world info. The more we know about the game, the better, because there's still a lot of mysteries out there. But yeah, if you could do that would be appreciated. And like I said, there's a couple other things I'm curious about. Like I'm kind of curious. About, and like this is just kind of ideas for videos for people to put out, everything like that, like the top, like kind of like top three things, like they don't have to be long lists or anything like that, but like favorite races from various games, favorite powers and techniques you run into or know yourself or understand or stuff like that. Like that's always like that kind of stuff is interesting but also informative, because someone else who might be going out there to make a character or might be just trying to figure stuff out, like, oh, what's this do? That's kind of a good thing to put out. Like if you're ever struggling for an idea for a video or something like that, be like, oh, this, so the Vanishing Blade is everything. This is why it's everything, and Ace is the man. And it can be a quick 2-minute video like that. Mine are never quick 2-minute videos because I ramble way too much, but I figure you guys need some background noise for your day here and there. Alright, yeah, I'll cut out there. That was pretty much a response to this weekend here. And then we'll start putting out some new ones here, I'm sure, within the next day or so. Alright, peace.